Welcome guys, in this new lecture of Python programming series. We are done with our topic lists in Python, and this will help to understand today's topic more easily and swiftly. So let's start. Tuple. Tuple is a collection of items which is ordered and immutable. That is, once created they cannot be changed or modified. Tuples are equivalent to structure in C and C++. So how to create a tuple? Anything which is written within normal or round parenthesis will become tuple in Python. And if you don't write anything within these normal parentheses, it is called as empty tuple. So I'm creating here an empty tuple. Let's print it and check the type as well. So it belongs to class tuple. If you write anything within these empty parentheses, it will be treated as tuple. So here it is a named tuple. Now if you don't write any parenthesis, if you don't use any sort of bracket, then also it is treated as a tuple in Python by default. Let's check this. Okay, now this is important. If you are using a single element tuple, if your tuple contains a single element only, then after your single element you have to use a comma and run this. Let's run this. Okay, so it is a tuple. If you don't use this comma, let's remove this comma and see, then Python will treat it as a string. So you have to remember this thing while using a single element tuple, to use a comma. Moving on to another topic, packing and unpacking of tuples. This is an interview question. By what do you mean by packing and unpacking? So simply, packing means I have got a variable and I am assigning it more than one values at a single time. I am packing my variable with too many values. So I am using here 3 values into my variable movie. Okay. By unpacking means I am assigning all these values to certain variables at a single time. So what I am doing, I have got movie underscore name, release underscore year, movie underscore status, and to these 3 variables I have to assign 3 values, and those 3 values are packed inside my variable movie. So I'm going to unpack it and give them to these 3 variables individually. So I'm printing here movie underscore name and release here, and you see 2 values have been assigned to 2 variables respectively. So this is packing and unpacking. What is the use of this? Let's see. How to assign values in tuple. So you know how to assign values like a equal to 5, b equal to 4. Now using tuple packing and unpacking, what we can do, we can do this assignment in a single line, like here movie name comma release year equal to Avengers Endgame comma 2019, and when I run this, so left hand side and right hand side variables should be equal. How to access tuple element? Like list, you can access tuple element by indexing. From right hand side it is -1, from left hand side it will start from 0. Okay, and you can also use slicing operation just like we are using in list. So here I am writing 0:2, and 0 and 1 elements will be included, 2 is excluded. Let's try to modify tuple elements. Now I'm trying to change the 0th index value to John Wick, which is Avengers Endgame. I'm trying to change it to John Wick. Let's run this. Tuple object does not support item assignment. Let me try to append this thing now and run this. No attribute append. What about sort? Can we sort our tuple? No attribute sort. Let's try to reverse this thing. No attribute reverse. Let me remove 2019. No attribute remove. Let me pop out the last element. No attribute pop. Can I insert something at first position? No attribute insert. What about extending our tuple? No attribute tuple. So basically we can't modify our created tuple, and that's why it is called immutable. So what type of operations can we perform on tuple? Let's see. So one operation that is available for tuple is concatenation. We can use plus sign to concatenate. So I'm using here one term Bruce and concatenating it. Let's run this. Okay, so you can see the tuple has been changed, but you can see the length is still 3. It means that our original tuple hasn't been modified, although print statement is showing 4 values. And you can see here after Bruce there is a comma because I am using a single element only, so I have to use this comma. Now I've got a new Avengers list tuple as well. Print new Avengers. Let's print this. Okay, So I can use concatenation to concatenate old plus new Avengers. Let's do this. Okay, and do remember that the original tuples will not be changed. So I've got here a nested list, a list within a tuple. Let's run this and see. Okay, so I've got a list and a tuple. If I want to modify the list content, if I want to modify the tuple content, so I'm modifying old Avengers 2 equal to Hawkeye, and see, I can't modify a tuple content here as we already saw earlier. But if there is a list within a tuple, I can change that list content, I can modify it. So I'm changing Natasha to Hawkeye. Let's see if it works. Okay, so if there is a list within tuple, I can change the contents of a list but not the tuple. Now try this. Let's try this with a nested tuple. Okay, now let me try this thing here also. So if there is a tuple and you want to change the content of a tuple, you can't change it. Okay, moving on. You can perform count operation like you can perform count in list. So here count of Thor is 1, and you can perform this count operation within nested part also. So let's check the count of, say, banner. BA. Okay, so there is one banner inside our nested list, and we can also perform index operation. So we can check the index position. Let's check the index position of banner. It is 0 inside that nested part. Yes, it is. And we can check this indexing part for normal tuple also. So let's check it for Tony. Let's check the index position of Tony, and it is 0. So 0th index position has Tony value. Okay, so these were some operations which you can perform on tuples. Now you can convert any data type into a tuple using the tuple function. Simply write tuple and the variable name, and see the list of old Avengers has been converted into tuple. Tuple can be deleted, obviously. You can use del function to delete tuple. So del and write the tuple variable name, then print it. You'll get error that your variable name is not defined because you have deleted it. You can iterate tuple elements. So I'm using for loop to iterate over tuple elements for name in old Avengers, and when I print this, so it will print all the elements which are within the tuple. With the help of tuples, multiple values can be returned in a function. Now we haven't studied about functions yet, so I'll not go into detail now, but we'll remember this point at the time of function. Tuple comprehension. Can we perform tuple comprehension like list comprehension? Let's check this. So the basic concept of writing will be same. The only difference will be these brackets. In list we are using square brackets, here normal parenthesis. Let's run this. And when I run this, okay, generator object. So no error, but a statement, generator object at certain location. So basically tuple comprehension is not possible because once tuple is created, it cannot be modified by any means. And comprehension works with looping as well as assigning it back into some container, and tuple is not able to receive assignments. Okay, some typo mistake, tuple is not unable, I have written it is tuple is not able. Let's do an operation here. Using tuple function, I can generate tuple. Now why I am writing this, because it is looking like we have performed tuple comprehension, but it is not actually tuple comprehension. This looks like tuple comprehension, but what we have created, actually we have generated a tuple using generator object. Again I am saying this generator topic is very vast topic, and we will learn about this thing in detail when we look into generator. For the time being, just remember this is looking like tuple comprehension, but it is just generation of tuple using generator object. There is one more way with which you can generate tuple and it looks like tuple comprehension, and that is by unpacking and packing concept. You have to use the star or asterisk sign here, then write your function and then a comma. Again run this. using shift enter. Okay, so this looks again like that we have performed tuple comprehension, but it is tuple generation using packing unpacking concept. So you have to remember this thing. The basic concept is that there is nothing like tuple comprehension possible in Python. Okay, so moving on to another topic, which is a very hyped topic, and that is named tuple. Named tuple are tuples that allow their elements to be accessed by name instead of index. So it is very simple. I've got our original tuples that we have created earlier here. Now movie 0 will give me the first index position value, that is Avengers Endgame here. And similarly, by writing movie underscore name, we can get the same thing. Now to use this using named tuple, first we have to import it from a module called collections. So I'll write from collections import named tuple, and then let's see how to use this. So I'll be using a variable. You can use any variable, of course. I'm writing here movie underscore detail, and then see how to use this named tuple. So I'll write movie underscore detail and then use the keyword named tuple. Then in parenthesis, in quotes, you have to write the variable name, that is movie here, then comma, and then all those unpacking variable names. So here three variable names are here in unpacking statement: movie underscore name, release underscore year, movie underscore status. Just you have to write all these three things, and sorry, year, year, release underscore year, and then movie underscore status. There is only space, there is no comma within these three variables. And then I have to print the variable name, that is movie, not movie detail, only movie. And let's run this. So this is how named tuple works. You can also assign this movie underscore detail variable that we just created to another variable, and let's see how to use this. Just copy, let's copy this and paste it here. Now there are three ways with which you can use named tuple concept. Let's use the three ways here. First one is you can use print a dot movie underscore name, and it will print the movie name for us. The second method is you can use the indexing method. So you can write print a dot in a sorry, no dot, and in a square bracket index position. So I'm writing 1. Third one is using a special function, that is get attribute. So I'll write GETATTR, that is get attr. Then in bracket you have to write the variable name a, then comma, and in quotes you have to write the variable name that you want to print, whose value you want to print. So I'm writing movie underscore status, and see here. Okay, so this is how you have to use named tuple. Talking about advantages of tuples over list, first advantage is memory. Using get size of, you can check what is the memory allocation done to tuple or list or any data type. Let's run this. So 228 bytes of memory has been allocated to tuple, and let's run this for list as well. Okay, so it is 284. Now why this? Because lists are mutable, and there can be append function, there can be extend function, so memory over allocation is needed. Tuples need less space because the size is fixed. Another parameter is speed. So I've copy paste the above cell, and using time it module I'm checking the speed. It will take some time. Let's see this. Okay, so now if you see 1.56 ms plus 209 microseconds per loop for 7 runs on an average, and in list it is milliseconds. See here, 1.32 plus 2.73 milliseconds. So tuples are way faster than lists. So this was all about tuples. Hope you enjoyed this lecture, hope you liked this. Do comment your opinions in the comment section. We'll meet in the next lecture. Keep practicing. Thank you.